along the sidewalk, smudges against the deep blue of early morning. Ferron noticed a cream Toyota behind them somewhere above Crossroads. Its lights were off. "Only dog, madman, and Christian to rise," Cuthbert muttered. As if on cue, a cluster of turbaned, white-clad mothers strolled in slow, dreamlike motion across Old Hope Road to their morning prayers. The soft sunlight turned their skins to a tender orange, their robes flecked with gold. The wind played with the flowing robes. They vanished behind a thick hibiscus hedge. Ferron could see the blue tattered flag on a long bamboo pole bobbing above the yard behind the hedge. They drove along Spanish Town Road, where the traffic was a little heavier, and then headed into the country. In Bivouac, a heavy mist hung in the air. The wiper was on. They stopped, and Ferron stepped behind some bushes to urinate. Farther down the road, just where it curved and disappeared, he saw the Toyota tucked away to the side. He noted the coincidence casually. But from that point on, his body was tense even if he could think of no useful reason to feel that way. They bought some oranges, mangoes, and bananas from an early vendor. The boy's eyes were full of sleep. He did not have enough change, so they left him with a healthy tip. He was too sleepy even to smile in gratitude. Cuthbert turned north toward the Mandeville Hills. The early start was important. Cuthbert understood these government departments. After all, he worked in one. Collecting a body involved at least 8 carbon-copied signatures and a file full of paperwork. At that time of the morning, with so little traffic on the road, the ride would take them less than 3 hours. With any luck, they would be back in Kingston before nightfall. The funeral home closed at 5:30, and the proprietor, Mrs. Abrams, wanted people to think she had a home to go to. She would not be there after 5 o'clock. More critically for Cuthbert, the parlor was somewhere downtown, near Jonestown. He did not want to be caught there after dark. His political connections were not on that side of town. After the fruit, Ferron ate nothing else for the day. He looked back a few times to see if the Toyota was still following. He did not see it. 2. A crow of a woman, with gray patches of hair sticking out of a blue and gold silk scarf knotted in front, had pushed her way through a crowd of visitors who were gathered around a bed at the other end of the ward and moved toward Ferron and his mother. They had been standing there by the old man's side for nearly an hour, not speaking. His mother used a cool rag to wipe the expressionless face. She kept whispering to the old man, asking him why he was doing this to her. The old man's bed was the last one before the door to the nurse's office. The crow was dressed like the others in the group at the far end of the ward, church whites and blacks, which hung on her body at a slant. She held her Bible tight under her thin chest and looked from the bed to the faces of Ferron and his mother. The old man was having difficulty breathing. He looked thin. The woman stared at him knowingly. 2 women from the other bed looked over. Soon, they were all but ignoring their sick friend and watching this crow-faced woman standing before the old man's bed. Ferron recognized the look. They were expecting a lesson, a sermon. "Him soon dead." "In soon dead, yes. Him as good as dead now," she said, turning to them with a knowing gaze, as if expecting applause for her prophecy. "Them always put the worst one them right side of the door. This one gone, Jesus." The other women nodded. Ferron felt his mother shaking. "Him soon dead. Him really look bad." She walked closer to the old man, covering her face with a kerchief. "Soon gone," she sniffed. The other people still nodded, but they kept their distance. Ferron could hear his mother's breathing quicken. He would have acted, but the woman's audacity surprised him. His mind worked quickly, trying to understand the woman's tone, to decipher something that made sense in it. Sympathy, perhaps, or concern. His mother did not wait. "Move! Move your sour little body from here. Do you understand? I said move, now!" Ferron's mother shouted into the face of the woman, who seemed too startled to move.